It's time for the LGX Cook-Off Season 2 finale. And I gotta tell you, I'm pretty excited out here. I'm pretty excited. We've got 3 contestants today that all won their rounds of the cook-off leading up to this. They have already proven themselves as winners today. But who's going to be the winner of the winners? We're going to find out. We're about to find out. Sanya, MadameGandalf, and Wayward, already showing their respectable cooking skills in the challenge segment. But what are they going to make when it comes to actually cooking what they're most confident in? What they feel the best in? We're going to find out. Hello, hello.
Hello, hello. The man, the myth, the legend.
How we all feeling today, guys? How we all feeling?
Sure, we'll go with that, yeah.
Wayward's muted. But
they're all muted except for me.
And same with Gandalf. Gandalf's camera's not even on yet.
No, I was muted because I'm trying to figure out what to do with the kids, because this is going to take a little bit of time and they're going to need to eat before then.
Okay. Do you want to, I mean, we're happy to help. We're happy to help
No.
however you need that, you know.
No, I'm just going to probably just make some SpaghettiOs for them.
Okay. 2
Classic.
meals at once. You love to see it.
Well, that or I was going to make some mac and cheese out of... Yeah, I've got stuff I can make mac and cheese with.
Sure. Why not? The challenge that I gave you guys was pretty open. You guys can be pretty creative however you want to do with this. I told you to make your strongest dish, a dish you feel the most confident in, whether that be on taste or presentation, whatever, whether you're cooking it, baking it, whatever you're feeling. So I am looking forward to seeing what you guys have prepared for us today. And we'll start with you, Sanya, if you're feeling ready.
All right.
What are you making for us today?
All right, so you said, make your best dish, what you're most confident in. And everything I'm confident in takes hours and hours and hours of stuff because I like to bake. We're mixing it up. And what I'm best at making is cup ramen.
Okay.
So we're making some ramen today.
Making ramen. Looking forward to it. And with this ramen, are you adding your own twist to it? Are you putting any other ingredients into it? What kind of ramen are we working with here?
So we're gonna do a spicy miso ramen.
Okay.
It is gonna be all from scratch except for the noodles because I do not have a noodle attachment for my KitchenAid.
Okay. Fair. And excited. I love ramen. I'm a big sucker for ramen. So looking forward to seeing that. Wayward, we're moving over to you.
Sure.
What do you got prepared for us today? What are you making for us today?
So you were right, the challenge was rather broad, and I had trouble. I'm gonna say it right off. I had trouble. I didn't know what the hell to do, because I got a lot of things I'm confident in. But a lot like Sanya, a lot of my best stuff. I mean, I put the video in the chat. It shows you. I started at 5:30 today. So a lot of my best stuff takes all day because it's like bolognese, stuff like that takes a long time. But instead, here we go. I decided I would land on what I'm actually really best at, which is leftovers. Now,
Okay.
Yeah.
I am cheating because the leftovers got cooked today.
Okay.
That's the brisket. That is the brisket that we cooked, that we put in the smoke at 5:30 this morning.
Sure. Yeah.
And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that brisket and we're going to pretend I had some leftovers, and I'm going to make nachos. Specifically brisket nachos.
Ooh.
With a whole mess of toppings. I'm debating. I've got my little Fry Daddy here. I'm debating if I want to make the chips from scratch or just go with chips that I have pre-bought. I may go from scratch and see if I like them, and if I don't, I'll switch them out. But yeah, the idea is that everything I do should be something you can make with either pantry staples or random leftovers you have in the house.
Got it. Okay. Looking forward to the nachos. Big fan of nachos also. Brisket nachos sounds delicious. Can't wait to see what that looks like. Madame Gandalf.
Hi.
Compliments to the kitchen again. Just already lots of compliments from the audience out here, and just a great
parents
kitchen.
worked so hard for this kitchen. My parents worked very, very hard.
I believe it. I believe it. What do you got prepared for us today?
Okay, so you said to make something that was our strongest meal, and I'm kind of with everyone. When it comes to like your strongest, that gets really hard to choose. And so I'm going to do what I think is my greatest strength, and I'm just going to wing it. I'm making something I've never made before. I'm taking something that I like to make, and I'm doing something that I've never done with it before. So I'm making a Scotch egg beef Wellington.
Okay. A Scotch egg beef Wellington.
Scotch egg beef Wellington. I have no clue if it's going to come out well. It's either going to be a big hit or not.
Scotch egg
Which is a
beef
very
Wellington.
flammable thing to do. We're either going to succeed in the winging it or really, really well, or we're going to fail abysmally, but at least it'll go down with a boom, and that's what I'm here for.
Okay. I love beef Wellington. Scotch egg, not too familiar on, but looking forward to knowing more about it and kind of being there with you throughout as you work out the dish. But all three of you guys making just fantastic meals. Each of you doing something different. I kept it broad because I figured you guys would all struggle hardcore with thinking of something, and it sounds like you did. I was like, how do I make the finale challenging? Make it broad, I guess.
I have had Scotch eggs. So, Sonya, it's between you and me for second place. So
Yeah, it is.
We're done. We're cooked.
Yeah,
It's over.
I cooked at 5:30 in the morning here.
Thanks for showing up, Wayward. You know, we'll figure it out.
Between you and I, we'll race for second and see who gets it.
Well, we know what you're making. We got Sonya with her ramen, Wayward with your nachos, and Gandalf with your Scotch egg and beef Wellington. All sound fantastic. At this time, you guys may begin, and we'll be tuning in, as we get over there, tuning in from time to time. We got aprons on, we got overlays on, we got Batman shirts.
I just want to point out the reason why this plate is empty is because my dog ate the meat that was on here.
Like pre-show?
Yeah,
Nice.
pre-show. I literally looked down at my plate just now and went, oh, no.
Oh, no. Is there backup
So
meat?
I'll have to start that bit.
Is there backup meat?
Fortunately, there is. It's a little bit dodgier in what age it's been in the fridge, but it'll work.
It'll work. We're taking it, judges are taking into consideration. I'm sure it's fine. What you slicing up there, Sonya?
We got some green onions being sliced.
Ooh, a little bit of green onions in the ramen.
The first of many that's gonna happen.
Okay. What kind of ramen do you like to have when you're ordering out or making it for yourself? You said a spicy miso or...
So this is a recipe I've never done before either, so we're all just winging it today.
Okay.
But I normally just, shin ramyun is a normal one I eat.
Okay.
Sometimes I have this one, which is what we're going to be amplifying today. It's called buldak, which means fire.
Ooh, okay.
This one used to be popular. There was like a challenge about it where people had to eat it with not drinking like milk or water. It's like the fire noodle challenge pretty much. But we're amplifying that today.
Have you had that one before or no?
Yes. So
and is it spicy?
when I eat it, I put in half the sauce.
Okay.
But today we're gonna do more because I'm making multiple things. So.
Okay. All right. Looking forward to it. Wayward, how we doing? I see we're cutting up some ingredients over there.
Oh, yeah. We're starting with things that are going to go into everything. So the red onion is going to find itself in the pico de gallo. It will find itself in the corn salsa. I may, if I have enough, put some into the guacamole as well.
Okay.
But we should be able to get away with just one red onion because I'm not making a lot of any of those three things.
And I see there's a drink there right next to you, you know, keeping you occupied. What you sipping on while you're making this?
Oh, this this is just a simple sugar-free iced tea. That's it. It's a sugar-free sweet tea.
Very
which, you know, is heresy.
Yeah, you gotta have sweet and tea, man.
I've committed multiple Texas heresies today between the brisket and the iced tea, and I will probably cause half of Texas to try to invade Virginia by the time I'm done. But I say bring it on.
Okay.
I ain't afraid of Texas.
Ain't afraid of Texas. That is very finely diced food out here, coming out here, Gandalf.
Oh yeah, gotta try and make that beef Wellington mushroom pasty part. So I'm finally dicing some onions and finally dicing some mushrooms, and then I'm gonna cook it down in some stock that I've got here, and some wine, which I've got over here.
And what kind of stock and wine is it? I see you're also drinking the wine too.
Well, you know, if you can't drink at 9:48 in the morning for a cooking competition, when can you?
True. As the old saying goes.
As the old saying goes. We'll also never, like, trust a chef that doesn't try their own food, right?
True.
Very
also
true.
Very true.
But, yeah, we got, like, a beef stock that I found in the fridge because it was just easier than defrosting the chicken stock that we have in the freezer. And, yeah, a little red wine. And the red wine I'm using is actually something we have here in New Zealand called clear skin or clean skin or something like that. And basically it's all the dregs from the bottom of the barrel, or, like, you know, if you can't fill up a full bottle of wine, they take the bit from all of these different reds and just mix them in together. And yeah, it's no particular brand of red wine. It's just generally Pinot Noir.
Okay. All right. What's cooking in the pot over there?
We've got some ground pork going.
Okay, and how's that turning out for you? You happy with
It's
how that's
doing
looking?
well. It's actually looking really nice. This is just going to be the stock. It's going to give my sauce a lot of, like, what is it called? The soup, a lot of flavor.
Okay. Well, it's out here looking good. Wayward, you were saying something there, and I think I cut you off there. What were you saying?
Not at all. I was just gonna say, you know, if Sonya's gonna start trotting out the cheats already, I have a four-legged cheat right over here that I am not afraid to use.
Four-legged cheat. That's right. We used it in the last one. We had last cook-off. We had people using dogs, kids, all sorts of stuff to try and get chats of votes on whatever they were making at the time. Gandalf, I see we're heating up some butter in a pan and also putting some water on a boil there. Throwing in the ingredients.
Yeah, we're throwing our onions in. We got our water starting to boil for our soft-boiled eggs for the Scotch egg that goes in the very center. The hard part is going to be trying to keep that yolk nice and runny after we've wrapped it and baked it and everything.
Okay. And you said this is your first time making beef Wellington, is that correct?
Yeah, I've never made beef Wellington, and anybody who has seen me ever work with puff pastries, it's a bloody nightmare. I hate it. I hate that shit. It never works.
Yeah.
It's a complicated little nightmare.
It is.
So I'm giving myself my worst nightmare.
I was gonna ask how you were with. That was my next question. You answered it. How you were doing with puff pastries, and but I mean, we've had a lot of firsts on this show, and surely that, you know, your first time being with using puff pastries and making beef Wellington, you're gonna nail it out of the park first try, right?
Oh, sure. I mean, there's nothing like having your first in front of a live studio audience, you know?
Live studio
Some people are
audience.
into that, okay? Some people are into that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you know.
exactly. Some people thrive under that pressure. Maybe we will. We'll find out.
And also, you know, the judges are taking into consideration that this is first time going out of the comfort zone to try something fun, something new. Wayward, I see. How's your progress going? I see your sous chefs in the kitchen as well.
Oh, the sous chef, yes, she has deigned to make a four-legged appearance.
I see.
But so far so good. I'm starting on the pico and the corn salsa because I want those to both be chilled by the time they're ready to go. And since I had to roast the corn and the poblano, I want to get all of that stuff together. The pico needs about an hour in the fridge before it's actually got its flavors together. So
Okay.
we're just kind of building all the things that are going to go in the fridge while I make cheese sauce.
Moving over to Sonya. Sonya, how you feeling? How's the progress coming along?
It's smelling so good, so I'm very hopeful.
Good. It's looking, the broth is brothing so far.
It's broth, and we're just gonna bring it to a boil, and then we're gonna start the miso part of it.
Okay. And what's that sauce you're pouring in right now? Is that the
This
spicy
is the
sauce?
ridiculously spicy.
So you're pouring the whole thing in there.
Well, it's also diluted by 5.5 cups of chicken stock, so
Okay.
it's very much not going to be as spicy. And then if I want it more spicy, I still have other packets I can add in. So I'm just going to taste and go from there.
Got it. Okay. Looking forward to it. I see we're coming into preparing the meat a little differently. This new meat that has not been consumed by a dog yet.
Not yet. We got some beef sausages and some pork sausage, pork and fennel sausages.
Got it. I noticed you're
Because
taking out
typically
that.
you wrap like your Scotch egg in like a sausage meat,
Okay.
but to give it more of that beef Wellington thing, I'm putting in some pork sauce, some beef sausages with the pork. To try and still give it that beefy taste. Beefy.
So, for those of us at home that may not know what a Scotch egg is, could you elaborate on it?
Yeah, so a Scotch egg is when best served, it's a soft-boiled egg with sausage meat wrapped around it like a meatball, and then it is coated in a breadcrumb. Panko definitely works best, as it's one of the best ones when it comes to crisping up. And yeah, you just have this crispy, meaty, soft egg. You cut it in the middle, and the yolk just goes everywhere. It's delicious.
Got it. So there's yolk in it too, so it's not even just like a hard-boiled egg.
No. You want to see if you done well. My favorite Scotch eggs always have a soft boiled egg in the side.
Got it. So how are you going to incorporate that with your beef Wellington as well?
So instead of doing the crumb outside, what I'm doing is I'm taking the soft boiled egg, I'm wrapping it in a couple of baby spinach leaves, then mushroom, then prosciutto, like you would for beef Wellington, then the sausage, then you put it in the pastry casing.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I like it. It's fun, like you said, something you're confident in, you like, and with a little twist and challenge to it too. You're pushing yourself. I like it. Sonya, we're coming back over to you. Looking like that ramen has come to a boil.
It has. We turned off the heat, so we're just going to let it cool before I burn my hands off, because we're going to use a fine mesh strainer and put in some miso.
Okay.
Hopefully I don't burn my arm off. That'd be rough.
If you do it off camera.
Exactly.
Wayward, I see we're preparing some corn over there.
Yep.
And is that corn? Did you put that on the grill earlier? Or?
No. All I did was, if you take a look over at my stovetop there, you'll see I have a portion, basically a grill cover plate looking thing. I pulled that out of my smoker. I threw that over the top, and I just, lit the burner, and that charred both the corn and the poblano.
Ooh, okay.
So you got both of them over an open flame.
So
this.
Go ahead.
I was saying, this is all I'm doing right now is making the corn salsa from Chipotle because I happen to know the recipe.
Okay, all right. So what altogether is going to be in this nachos, if we can know?
So we are going to do, I'm going to challenge myself. I'm going to make the chips and see how we do. Like I said, I've got a backup if it doesn't work. We're going to have that. We're going to have our spicy cheese sauce. We're going to have corn salsa. We're going to have pico de gallo. We're going to have a bit of I've got some chives around here somewhere because I find green onions are just a little too big sometimes. I like the fact that the chives are a little bit smaller and you still get the onion from them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna throw together guacamole really quick to go on the top, and then the very last thing we're gonna do is actually that reminds me, I need to start that now. I'm going to make a very, very quick buttermilk ranch that I'm going to mix with some barbecue sauce, and that's going to get drizzled over the top of the whole thing.
All sounds delicious. Looking forward to it all being put together. And like you said too, like a lasagna. You know, there's an art to it. The way that you're putting these nachos and each step you have them in.
There is, and it's largely in how you build it. But you'll see what I mean when I start putting them together.
Okay. All right. Sanya, what do we got going on?
I'm deciding if I want to measure things, and I don't really want to measure, so I'm just kind of gonna wing it now.
Okay. What are we not measuring?
It says to put in 3 tablespoons, and I'm like, I'll wing it.
Of what?
Of miso paste.
Okay.
Hopefully.
I see. Making sure that gets put in there ever so gently. I'm sure it's enough, you know?
I'm sure.
Good enough.
Exactly.
I like that all 3 of you are doing something that you're confident in, but also adding your own personal twist to it, you know? Again, really pushing boundaries here at LGX Cook-Off. See, we got the eggs out, Gandalf.
Yeah, eggs are out. Water's still boiling, or water's still boiling, as I nearly said. Yeah. It's a big pot.
Big pot.
Still going.
I see you're doing multiple eggs too, preparing for multiple Scotch eggs as well.
Also preparing for multiple. I may under or overcook these, and I don't want to yuck it up.
Got it. That's always the worst, huh? You put an egg in to boil, and then it just cracks immediately or something.
Yeah, that's always I'm a lot of people have like a bunch of different tricks that they do to try and prevent that. Like I've seen people like pierce the bottom and things like that. I don't know how to do any of that fancy stuff. I just know that if it cracks, I'm cracked. So, I just try and make sure that they're room temperature at least. That's my main thing, is they're less likely to crack if there's not as sudden a temperature change, right?
I like it. Yeah, makes sense.
Gandalf, have you got a pushy pin, like something you might use on a cork board?
That's the thing. I don't have them, and everybody talks about the push on the bottom, and I've done it once or twice, and it just breaks the whole egg.
From the top, not the bottom. Whoever
I do it from the bottom.
I've done the pushy pin.
It works for me at the bottom every time.
It never has worked for me. But also, like in New Zealand, our eggs are a bit different. We've got like the Japanese who can eat it raw eggs. And so I don't know whether maybe there's like a shell, like whether the shells are thinner or something like that. I don't know what it is. I struggle every time.
Well, you got your tactic, and it looks like the water is just about to start boiling. Hopefully we get, at least one good beef Wellington egg out there. It's a Scotch egg.
Fingers crossed.
Sanya, I see that the miso paste has pretty much all gone through there.
It has.
Eager to see a taste test down the way. See if it was a good amount of miso paste or not. I'm sure it was. No tablespoons, spoons. I mean, you were using a spoon there. Potato,
it was a spoon for a table.
I feel like all the best chefs in the world be like, that looks like enough.
I feel what I've always been told is that, especially with seasoning, you season from your heart.
There you go. We're seasoning the ramen through our heart. Make sure it's nice and stirring there. Have you tasted it yet at all, or no?
I tasted it when I put the first bulldog sauce in, and then I didn't taste pretty much any spice, so I added the second one.
Got it. And how's it tasting now?
We're gonna find out. Hot damn, dude.
Is that a good hot damn, or is that
That is a hot damn.
It's spicy, good. You tell us what's going on.
It's like a spice that's like at the tinge of your mouth. Like it's not like you're crying, but like you feel warmth from it.
Okay, okay.
Oh, it's really good. Oh,
I can tell.
I'm gonna have to make this so often.
I love from your excitement of that you're having of how good it's coming out already.
It is
This
very
is good.
good.
This is good. Wayward, how we looking? That looks all mixed up and go together. What you doing over there?
Well, the pico's in the fridge. The corn salsa is all mixed up, and it's going to get capped off, and it's going to go in the fridge. And I'm going to start a pot of water on to boil. And pretty soon, well, I'm going to throw some macaroni, and then we'll make some mac and cheese for the kids while I'm doing this. And I don't know, maybe I'll throw mac and cheese on the nachos too. I haven't decided yet.
Oh, that actually sounds good. Wait a second.
There you go.
It's entirely possible that I might audible because I'm bored.
I mean,
And just get an idea.
hey, whatever, follow your heart, whatever you think is going to get you to that, winner's table out there.
Well, following my heart is going to cause my heart to stop one of these days, so I got to be careful about that. I'm getting old, man.
Follow your heart, a reasonable amount then. Moving on to Sanya. I see the noodles are in the pot. We're stirring
You've got
those
noodles
around.
in the pot.
Stirring those around.
These are really nice ones. They cook very quick, and I find them the better quality than some of the ones we get in America.
So where did you get this pack of
Walmart.
ramen from? Is it like an international brand?
Yeah,
though?
so it's a Korean brand. What's the brand? It's Samyang America.
Okay.
And that's the most famous brand of ramen in Korea. And my husband lived in Korea for 2 years, and so he really grew to love that culture. And so
Okay.
practically everything we do has some sort of connection to that.
Okay. And he's had this same brand of ramen before, right?
Plenty of time.
And how does it, in his opinion, live up to like actually Korean ramen and whatnot? Is it pretty close? Is it right up there?
You
Like-
can't compare cup ramen to like ramen that's
Well,
made.
sure, yeah, sure, but still though, like it
He thinks
scratches
it's still
the itch.
good. It's the same thing as us eating that foam cup ramen. It scratches the itch. Is it really that great? No.
Okay, fair. Fair, yeah. Are you making your own chips, or did you buy a brand of chips that you enjoy, or?
Both. So I'm going to make my own. I'm going to attempt to make my own.
Okay.
I've not made tortilla chips before, so this is going to be a bit of an adventure. I know how to do it, but I've never done it. But if we fail, we do have a backup.
Okay.
And in
Intermission,
particular, yes, these ones are the best. And the reason why is they are thick boys. You want thick boys for nachos.
Absolutely. The chips are, got to have a sturdy, steady base for all the toppings and everything.
Exactly.
Okay. A lot of firsts out here. People trying things they've never tried before.
It's the LGX championship. You've got to bring out all the stuff.
Yeah.
It's a finale.
Yeah. This is what we take your content seriously, man.
I'm glad someone does. All right. Moment of truth, then, I suppose.
Absolutely. Let's give this a little go. Oh. The shell is coming away actually surprisingly easy.
Okay.
As you can see, it just kind of immediately made a nice little hole right there on the side.
Yeah.
So I'll take that. We'll put that back in. Also, I would normally use a spoon. I'm just being lazy, if I'm honest.
Sure.
And now I'm just enjoying the ting of the knife.
Yeah, I mean, whenever it gets the job done.
All right. Back in there. We haven't gotten to fungal infection egg yet.
Okay. Fungal infection egg, huh? Is that what we're calling it?
That's what we're calling it, the fungal infection one. Oh, actually, I can no longer tell which one is fungal infection. Oh, wait, here he is. Oh, he healed. He healed.
You know what? That's a warrior right there. I wouldn't be surprised if
That's a story.
maybe that's the best egg out of the bunch.
In before. Also, I will admit, I totally called in backup chef moment. All he's doing is he's getting the oil into a deep fryer and getting that started.
That's fine. We
Because I
love the sous
decided
chef.
I'm going with deep frying. I'm not baking, I'm deep frying. Let's go.
Okay.
Oh,
Deep
but
fryer?
everybody say hi, Granddad. This is my dad.
Hi. Big fan. Heard lots about you. Love the kitchen also.
They love the kitchen.
We love the kitchen.
He says, oh, that's good.
It's like I paid good money for that. I hope so.
Good. While you're checking the eggs over there, Sonya, switching over to you real quick again. I see we're putting in everything together.
It is time.
It is time.
It is. Made it. We've got a cute bowl that I have. I'll show it after I put some noodles in.
Okay. Presentation is definitely points.
Oh, that is what we are going for. Because we eat with your eyes before you eat.
Absolutely. And here at LGX Cook-Off, everyone judges with their eyes. And
That's
the
true.
ideas of the food they're eating too. It is a cute bowl.
Cute little bowl. Got some noodles on it. I'm gonna move my sauce over a little bit. Mix it up. Nice. So my husband is a classic man. He loves a lot of meat, so I made sure that there was plenty.
Okay, so the cute bowl is his dish, or?
This is going to be his meal, surprisingly, yes.
Okay.
All right. I'll make it look. So we've got pretty much my husband's favorite toppings. We've got, these are called soybean sprouts.
Mm-hmm.
So we're just going to put. We've got, this is nori, roasted seaweed.
Okay, delicious.
Obviously, we got the Korean version of it.
Obviously, you have to.
Stay. One day is food to stay. All right, now let's see how this turned out. The real question here. Move these out of the way so we can. So these are my eggs. They are soft boiled, and then I put them in a combination of soy sauce, mirin, sake, and then just water.
And these have been fermenting for how long?
2 days.
2 days.
According to the Japanese experts, that's the best time.
Okay, so we're pulling out all the stops here. We're trying to be as
And then we
authentic as possible.
We're trying. So you might see there's like different colors. It's because I didn't have a bowl that really would encompass all of it. But you know what? We're doing our best here. We're gonna go with this one. Move soft side over here. Bring back my not so cute cutting board now. Stay. All right. Our goal is we don't have like a completely gooey gooey center, but it still oozes some.
Wow. Look at that. Just how you wanted it, huh?
Just how I wanted it.
That's a great looking egg. That's a great looking bowl of ramen.
And then
Wow.
these are just some green onions.
Oh, that makes me so hungry.
You know who had good ramen? Portland.
I love ramen.
Portland had good.
Can I get a bowl of that?
Yeah, that looks.
Yeah, sure.
That
Come
looks
on over.
phenomenal.
Got plenty.
That looks phenomenal. Ooh. We got the cute bowl. We got the custom chopsticks. Everything.
We got our nice little meal today.
While we're waiting, Gandalf, how did those eggs turn out for you?
All right, so we got 2 that came out brill. I'm really happy with how they came out. We got 2. Look at that. That's a nice. You can see how bouncy and wiggly
absolutely.
it still is. But the outside is perfect. Not a single little snag. Then you end up with ones like this. You know, where you're just like, oh, honey, at least somebody tried to give you a home.
Which one was the cracked one?
Now, the cracked one was this one.
Oh.
And it didn't end up too bad. That's the only little weak point. Everywhere else is a perfect little boy. Look at that.
That's pretty good. It was the cracked egg
Not
that
too
could.
bad. Yeah, you know, he's the little egg that could, indeed.
Okay, so you're happy with that. What's the next steps for you?
So the next step now is we're going to start the wrapping layering process. So the next step is the 2-minute max defrost of the puff pastry sheets that I pre-bought from the freezer.
Okay.
I ain't cooking that stuff as is. I ain't doing it, man. I'm not putting myself through that trauma.
We've got defrosting going on. We got Wayward cooking over. Wayward, real quick, what are you cooking up? What are you working on before we go for taste test?
Oil is heating. I had to pull the guacamole back out because I forgot my roasted poblano. And I throw a little Worcestershire in there because I just like the way it kind of brings the flavors together. Pot of water to boil for the elbow macaroni. Quart of heavy cream getting warmed up. I don't want it boiling. I want it steaming, and then all the cheese is going to get melted in.
Amazing. Also, you just nailed that pronunciation like first try. Didn't even stutter.
Oh, crap. I gave up the secret.
Gave up the secret.
Yeah, I have to point out with everybody, you said Worcester, and I'm so proud of you.
So, I'm assuming by Sonya's camera angle or a sudden costume change, we have the taste test.
Yeah, this is my husband.
Hello.
Hi,
Thank you.
husband.
Thank you
We
for
made it
being
in the
a part of this.
mukbang angle, so you get the.
The full experience. If you're
It's a
up for
very
it,
babish angle. I like it.
yeah. And if you're up for it, a taste test and just, thumbs up, thumbs down. You can eat off camera if you want, whatever you're comfy with. But we are curious to see how this all came out here today.
I get a bit of everything. So
Yeah.
wrap up the noodles like this. Get some bean sprouts and pork. And a little bit of noodle here as well.
Oh, he's getting a well-rounded bite.
Well-rounded bite. Absolute champion.
Mm. Oh yeah.
We got and an
Give
oh
me some
yeah.
descriptions.
A
Give me some
double
descriptions.
thumbs up. How's the
Right.
spice levels? How's the noodles cooked? Wow, look at that. That's
Oh.
fun.
Yeah, the spice was great. Not too hot, not too mild, right where you want it in a ramen. Bean sprouts are nice and crisp, so they add this nice texture to the softness of the noodles. And then this nori over here for the seaweed, Jim, is great. You just wrap up your noodles in it, and it adds that nice salty texture. Really complements the
Okay. All right. Sounds like an overall well-rounded dish. You're very happy with it. And we're putting on some little extra seasoning,
Just some sesame seeds.
some sesame seeds to it. So 10 out of 10 rating.
Yeah, I think so.
10 out of 10. Enjoy your meal. You don't have to eat the whole thing on camera unless you want to. But congratulations, Sonya. It looks like a damn good dish. It makes me want ramen right now, too.
Mm.
Hold on.
Thank you.
And enjoy a bowl yourself, too. Spicy miso ramen out here. And how are you feeling with that, too, Sonya? Are you happy with how everything came out? How it all turned out?
I think
there?
it all came out stunning. Just absolutely. I'm really, really happy. I wasn't too sure about how the eggs would turn out, but I'm really happy how that looked.
You've got me so worried with those eggs. They looked so good. Now I'm shaking.
They're so finicky. They're so finicky.
And they looked perfect. They really did.
Don't worry, you didn't see the one that wasn't perfect.
We didn't see the one on. Yeah, it's off camera, but
It's already been eaten, so we're good there.
congratulations, Sonya. It did look delicious. I'm glad that you're so pleased with how it went, and I'm glad that your husband is enjoying it too. And 10 out of 10. That's a high ranking rated meal.
That is a high one.
That is great. Grab yourself a bowl, enjoy it. On camera, off camera, whatever you feel comfortable with. We're gonna tune in to see how everybody else is doing. I see we're preparing some cheese out here, Wayward. How's it going?
Oh, sorry about that. I'm muted because I have to yell at the kids every once in a while.
That's okay.
So far, so good. I am making sure that I do not commit the cardinal sin of grating myself into the cheese,
Good.
because that would be bad, I'm told.
That would be bad, and probably mess with the flavor a little bit. Just a little bit.
It would just add a little bit of iron, that's all.
Well, it'd be noticeable. We'd notice it immediately. So the cheese is being grated. Is the cream cheese at the room temperature that you're happy with?
It's next to the stovetop,
Okay.
so hopefully it gets there. If it doesn't, then we'll make do. It'll be fine. I'll make it work.
All right. And just to be clear again, could you repeat the cheeses that you were putting into this this cheese sauce one more time?
Pepper jack, white cheddar, and I'm using cream cheese to thicken the heavy cream so that I don't have to use like cornstarch or a roux or anything.
Okay. All right. We're going to pull up a quick picture again. Different look at the ramen. Cute bowl.
Oh,
Cool chopsticks. Just great presentation. And it looks absolutely delicious. You should be very proud of yourself, Sonya.
I'm gonna have to make this more often now because it only took like 30 minutes. So
That was a quick cook too, yeah. I mean, the fermented eggs for 2 days, but you know.
yeah, that's besides. I have 3 more at least. So
Okay. Well, it looks great. You should feel very proud. Congratulations. Is now the time where we're wrapping the eggs in the meat?
yes, we are finally starting to wrap up our eggs. So, what I'm going to do here first is I'm just pinching off the stems of the baby spinach leaves. So, you know, if you've got like a big stem like this, I'm just using my godlike nails and pinching them off.
Godlike nails.
Honestly, every chef needs a nail, I feel. Every chef needs just a nail that works. So it's like the Coke nail, but it's the cook nail.
The cook nail.
Yeah,
like
the
it.
cook nail. So I'm taking my baby spinach leaves, and this is the bit that's a little odd, but this is what makes it a little bit more of a, what's it called? Beef Wellington than
Okay.
anything else. So I'm taking the spinach leaves and I kind of trying to like wrap it around a little bit on each
Okay.
side of the egg. That one's little. It's not going to go anywhere. Let's see. There we go. That's a bit more of a wrap-arounder. Trying to find the right spinach leaf for the job. And then once I've got like kind of a rough thing of that, we're going to take the sausage meat that I mixed earlier. And I'm going to flatten this out. I've put it in the fridge for a bit, so it shouldn't be too... It should be able to stick to itself pretty well. The fat should be able to congeal together quite easily. We just kind of place that in there. And basically wrap this egg carefully, try not to, you know, squish it or anything like that, in this sausage meat.
I see.
Turn it into one big. Oh no! No, no, no! Ah, see, this is why the yolk has broken. So this is why we make sure that we have enough to make more than one.
This is why we made both. But may I just say that yolk looked amazing.
Yay,
So
burst out.
If that one's good, then, you know, the other ones are going to be just as good too.
That is true. Yeah, and I probably will try and save this one at least to be cooked.
Sure, yeah.
Just not as our serving boy.
Yeah, no.
But there we go. I need to be very, very, very gentle. And heck, it's working a little bit better in the bowl. We've managed to keep that yolk concealed inside without it breaking out too much. But that will be the perfect cook one, so we'll leave it aside for later.
All right. While you're bringing that up, making that perfect, and making the other ones prepared to be wrapped, Wayward, how's everything looking? I see you're whisking some stuff. That does look great, Gandalf. That looks great.
Cheater's buttermilk.
Cheater's buttermilk.
Yes.
Can you elaborate?
So, if you ever find yourself in need of buttermilk, but without buttermilk, get the highest fat buttermilk. Get the highest fat milk you have in the house. The skim, this may work. It probably won't. We keep 2%. A little bit of either white vinegar or apple cider vinegar, and a small little hit of lemon. Whisk it. Leave it at room temperature. It will curdle, and that's buttermilk.
There you go. See, I feel like at that point, for me personally, that's so many steps, I would just go out and buy more buttermilk. But it's good to know to make it if you need to, and you have the ingredients sticking around.
To get to the store and back for me is a half an hour to 45 minutes.
Understandable
So
then
I'll
completely.
I'll just mix these three things together and mix it with some sour cream to thicken it and call it a day.
Absolutely understandable.
I'm calling in the emergency stock of meat.
Okay. We're bringing out emergency meat, and I see Gandod's back.
Yes, he had to pop out to the store to get more oil for the deep fry.
Oh, man. But we're very grateful that he did.
Did he get me any? I'm a little low, too.
Yeah, do you mind popping over and getting Wayward some? Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Top of flight.
Where else are you?
Get some ice cream too for the rest of us, yeah.
Yeah, Virginia, so however long that takes.
What a great sous chef out there, bringing in the ingredients that you need.
Dad has been my sous chef for a while, so he's used to me suddenly going like, I don't have this and we're live. This is good. We're making content right now.
Hey, it's a little bit suspense. It's a little bit of wonder, you know, some stress. This is a cook-off finale. We're hitting all the markers out here, okay? And
oh no, and my dog is now loose.
And the dog is loose. There's chaos erupting everywhere. What's gonna happen?
Everything was falling apart. My egg fell. This could be it.
This could
Did
be
I climb too hard?
I always like it in
we might be in with a shout. We might have a chance.
There's a chance for us? What?
There's a chance.
She's folding under the pressure.
Oh,
What do you
there might be a
want?
shot.
I always like the cooking show drama where they'll like preview something before a commercial break of something horrible happening. Like, how are they going to make it up from this? How are they going to come back? And then 2 seconds into the after commercial break, they're like resolve it, and they're like, oh, never mind, we're good.
I just took it off the heat. We're fine.
Yeah, we're fine though.
That's every episode of MasterChef.
Yeah, basically.
It really is.
Yeah.
It's the cut to break with it.
I'm going to have to redo my entire dish, and then commercial break, and they come back and was like, good news, I just took something off of a pan, and now I'm good again. Sonya asking you questions while you're away from your mic, but now that you're numerous bites deep into the ramen, still good? Still everything you wanted for and more?
So I've never had the achi tamago. Like, let me bring out this. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Never had it before.
Uh-huh.
It is like butter. It's just so smooth.
Oh, no. Are you addicted now? Are you going to have to make it a bunch of times now?
I normally don't like eggs, and this is the problem.
I love it. The excitement and the happiness from, like, your dish out of here is great.
It is very, very good.
I'm glad that it came out the way that it did.
My husband already ate his seconds, and he's.
Seconds?
Mhm.
Does that mean he's on thirds?
Yes, he is.
My goodness. That's how you know it's a good dish.
My husband asked if we could make s'mores, so we're gonna do some air fry s'mores quick.
Oh, man. A curveball
It's
out
the
of
easiest
here.
thing. So
He's having ramen and s'mores. What a great day. What a great meal and dessert. Looks like the cling wrap has finished. Kind of sticking to the table, flattening out nice and even there.
That's the hope. I've never normally tried to squeeze so many things around the egg, so I think that's part of my problem.
And forgive me if you've answered this already. Have you made Scotch eggs before?
Yes. Scotch
Just
eggs are
Never beef Wellington Scotch eggs.
never beef Wellington. I've never made beef Wellington, but I have made Scotch eggs. And whenever I ask my parents what is one of their favorite things I cook, Scotch egg is always brought up. And I think it's mostly because we grew up on the Tesco's, and anyone who's from the UK will understand what that is. They're Tesco's Scotch eggs and supermarket Scotch eggs, essentially. And so they'd be hard boiled and cold.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And then I served it to them warm with a soft runny yolk. And they were just like, oh, so this is what it could be.
That's great. That's great. Well, hopefully this one is a little bit better of a fold for you. I'm sure the other one's still going to be fantastic and taste well. But
this is going to be the cross-section boy.
Yeah, no broken yolk on this one. First maneuver looking good.
He is so much more gentle like this, holy moly.
Yep, this definitely seems like the way. Guess the only thing here is it doesn't have the ball kind of shape. Well, actually, I take it back.
There we go. So now what we do
Oh.
is we tighten each side with a little twist. You can kind of get it into that ball shape within here and still keep it nice and gentle. There we go.
She's figured it out. She's figured it out.
All right, I'm going to put that in the fridge just for a few minutes while the oil finishes heating up.
And much easier time doing that one too than the other one. Wayward, we're tuning in on you. Where are we at? How we feeling?
Chicken sauce is not thickening up the way I want it to, so I might have to fiddle with that. But it is officially time to take some corn tortillas and cut them down and get them in here.
This is in preparation for you making your own tortilla chips.
Yep. I mean, this is basically all it is. So we're just going to cut each of these into sixths, and then when they come out of the oil, we'll just salt them and give them a little toss, and then they should be good to go.
And just to, repeat, you've never made tortilla chips before. This is your first time trying it.
Yep, first time attempting this, so we'll see how we do.
Okay.
Maybe we do well, maybe we don't. And if we don't, then I have a bag standing by.
A lot of firsts, a lot of risks out here, a lot of curveballs. So many curveballs. We got Sanya making s'mores out here because she's finished her dish already. So I see we're bringing out the prosciutto now. Gandalf.
Yes. Yes, we are. I've got the prosciutto, and I'm trying to decide whether I want to just lay out the prosciutto on the puff pastry and then put the mushroom and then put the sausage mix on, or do I want to play it much more safe and also put it on the cling wrap like I did the layer before. And I think I should do the thing that I did before because it worked.
All your heart. Wayward, how are those chips looking?
We shall see. We got to salt them. We got to salt
Okay.
them and see if we like them.
Looks like they're keeping
I'm already committed.
a shape though. It looks like they're coming out the kind of the way you'd want them to, but
They are a little puffy. I'm not sure they're going to be strong enough. I am actually I'm not sure they're going to be quite strong enough to do what I need them to do.
well, you know what? You're trying, and you got backup chips too, just in case. You got a variety of both. Out here, ready to wrap the.
I am.
I don't even know what to call it at this point in stage.
First we unwrap. Oh! I was right. There is no, it is not big enough.
I was looking at it and I was thinking to myself, that was a pretty big ball of meat there that she had. I don't know if it's gonna be big enough.
It's the prosciutto's fault, but that's okay. We'll make up for it with the mushroom. We'll just cover the top with more of the mushroom mix.
Okay.
And then we'll do the same little wrapping trick that we did before.
Okay.
And we'll hopefully get a nice and even little bit of mushroom around the top, right? Just very gently. If I just caress it a little.
Give it some love. That's all it needs.
Yeah, just needs a little bit more love than I expected, okay, everyone?
That's, you know what? That's great. It's coming,
It looks
actually.
so weird. The mushroom poking through the prosciutto looks so weird. It looks like a roast beef already. I don't know what's going on, but we'll find out. Go in the freezer.
You're doing great. You're doing great. Doing great. I'm sure it's all going to turn out exactly the way you want to.
There's no room in the freezer.
Oh, no. Everything's going wrong. Everything's going wrong. And again,
Oh, it's
you
okay.
only get this on LGX Cook-Off Season 2 finale, okay? Absolutely crazy. We got bonus s'mores, which, my God, those marshmallows are just erupting out of
Getting
there.
everywhere.
We've got panic.
All right.
We've got homemade chips being made.
In the meantime, I'm going to experiment with the other one that has
Okay.
no prosciutto, but plenty of puff pastry, so.
See, we're salting the chips, Wayward, while cooking the rest.
Absolutely.
Still a little unsure of how they're coming out there.
Nope, they are good to go.
The chips are? They're looking good the
Oh,
way you
yeah.
want them to?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Okay, great. So are we full
I'm just trying to
committing
get.
with these homemade chips
Yeah, we're
then?
full committing.
Okay. I
Yep.
like it. I
I'm
like
just
it. I
trying to
like
get
it.
My cheese sauce. My cheese sauce doesn't want to thicken. It's being a pain in my ass.
Mm.
The problem is I will instantly go from not thick to way too thick.
Interesting. Interesting. Well, I know you'll figure it out. And speaking of figuring out, Gandalf,
This is
how
a
we
testing
figuring it
boy.
out? Okay, we're testing. We're doing science here.
We're
is the,
testing with the extra
Puff pastry.
kind of okay. Scotch egg.
Scotch egg.
We're testing with the other one that was kind of okay. So we'll see what happens here. But we want to make sure I can get this in, and I'm trying to figure out what will be the best way for this. There's another part of me that's thinking, I don't know, that twisty cling wrap method has been working really nicely for us.
It worked once for you. It worked once for you. And just again, your puff pastry's not your. You're not
My strength.
strength, but trying it out still, and we gotta admire it. We gotta admire it. The double wrap method coming out for Gandalf. Can't she get it into a ball like she wants to?
without breaking everything in it.
Not seen any
Okay, it's
yolk.
cling wrap method is definitely the method for getting the kind of layering we're hoping for today, or at least the kind of shaping.
Okay.
All right. I haven't got my other boy ready, but we're going to throw this in the deep fryer
Okay.
and see how this does.
All right.
So this is our tester.
And how long are you hoping to put it in the deep fryer for?
Only for a couple of minutes. The other one is actually going to have a slightly different thing from this one that I haven't done. Mostly because there's less layers on this. The other one I'm going to sear slightly before I wrap it.
Okay.
I
Looking
think.
forward to that.
What I was going to do?
Is it after you deep fry it? That's it, right?
Yes, deep frying it, that's it. So I'm going to go pop it into this thing over here in the background.
Okay.
And
Believe you.
we'll find out how it does.
With the cling wrap off, right?
Yeah, cling wrap off. I'm just taking it over here with the cling wrap on.
No fires
Easier
on LGX
transportation.
cook-off. All right. What we got over here, Wayward?
This is, well, if it had been heavy cream, it would be actually a ranch salad dressing. But this is just 2% milk that has been turned into buttermilk. So it's a very loose, very runny ranch dressing that I'm now going to add a bit of sour cream into to give it some body. And I'm going to throw it in a squeezer with some barbecue sauce.
Okay.
But the cheese sauce thickened up. I have some actually quite tasty looking stovetop mac and cheese ready to go right here as well.
And that's for the fam.
Just for the kids.
It's for the kids.
But it might go on the nachos too. I haven't decided yet.
Look at that. You're out here making dinner for the family while also competing out here in a cook-off finale, okay? Love to see it.
I do like to multitask.
Sanya? Is this an LGX friendship bracelet? Are you trying to bribe? Are you trying to bribe a judge right now?
That's so cute.
Is this an OC Los Santos and LGX friendship bracelets? And a McLoving one? Oh man, I know who she's voting for. Oh man. Oh my god.
I don't have that many friends.
You've made so many. Is this the surprise? Is this the early surprise, the hint of surprise at TwitchCon? Ed Pops.
Oh, those are so cute.
These are great. These are great.
And I just saw your apron too.
Not in my eyes. Oh man.
That's so cute.
I'm looking forward to these. These are great. You told me you had something for me at TwitchCon, and I was wondering what it was. These are great.
This
Thank
is not
you.
the surprise. There's going to be another.
This is not the surprise.
Nope. You actually have to wait for TwitchCon again.
Oh man. Are we doing the wrap technique, the double wrap technique again, Gandalf, or the other mead one?
Yes. But in order to make, and I keep accidentally pinning my sleeve in there, which creates a beautiful texture, but it's
Absolutely
not exactly
wonderful.
what I'm wanting.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make sure that this time with this Scotch egg, because this is the Pied de Resistance Scotch egg, yeah, that it doesn't have to suffer for not having enough pastry, and I don't want to have to worry about what direction everything is folding. I want it just to be able to be a neat, tiny little package, and then we will be doing the double wrap technique again. But this, now we're getting to that final stage. So because this is a common bit that I actually had also completely forgotten originally to do, first we got to spread some mustard. Some Dijon mustard around the
I was just about
pastry.
to ask, is there a specific type of mustard you're using? Dijon Original.
A little
Fancy.
French Dijon mustard. We just want to do a thin bit. Honestly, if I going to use my eggy, because it's just going to make the pastry more eggy anyway. I'm going to use my eggy wash brush. That'll help.
Oh my goodness. That brisket.
Oh, do you see something?
I see the brisket out there.
Something has come out from resting for the past 4 hours.
4 hours. And,
yeah, 8 hours in the smoke, 4 hours resting.
I see I'm not the only one noticing it too, because the pup's out and about.
Oh yeah, she's definitely here. She's gonna get some. She knows she is. Where is the knife? There's the knife that I want. Okay.
We're focusing on the wrapping techniques as Gandalf. He's going for this.
Feel the sweat coming off my brow, man.
Absolute focus, as she's been here before and she knows how to handle this pressure. MadameGandalf going for the wrap, cutting off the excess puff pastry.
All them bits with no mustard. Now I've just realized that I never checked on the one that was still frying away in here. So.
And is it good? Did you just check on it? What's the status of it?
We're gonna see a sec.
Okay.
I forgot to put a timer on it. Okay, we're looking good. Oh,
Looking good. That's a happy squeal.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting this, but it's okay. All right. Alexa, 1 minute.
And the brisket is being cut, and it does look
Our
phenomenal.
chest only needs one more. Oh,
The brisket?
There you go. Look at that juice.
My goodness.
That is very wet.
We've got a lot going
exactly the way you want it. Hold on. I gotta get you guys down here.
Okay.
We gotta do a brisket juice squeeze. Hold on.
Oh, yes, you've got to do the squeeze.
Got a lot going on here. Got a lot going on. We've got things deep frying. We got meat being squeezed out. We got
hold on. We're gonna
friendship
squeeze some meat.
bracelets.
Everybody loves a good meat squeeze. Are you ready?
Ready. My goodness.
There you go. Look at all that juice.
Is that exactly how you wanted it?
Yes, this is how you want brisket.
Well, everyone's being happy with how their stuff's coming out. It's good. It's good.
Alexa, stop.
We're moving over to Gandalf. That is a beautiful fry out here on the Wellington.
This was our turn. Shall we see how well the test? This is the one where the egg yolk started to pull out, so I don't expect a good cross section. But if I cut into this,
Oh my goodness.
Ooh.
oh, it's all falling out. Yeah. So there we go. One thing that I am seeing very quickly though is I'm gonna need to cook it a tiny bit longer than I thought.
And this was the test one, right?
This is the tester, so I'm glad we tested. Very glad we tested, because that needs a little bit longer. The egg wasn't too bad in the end. That came out still nice and gummy.
Yeah.
The yolk was still gummy and runny.
But this is
But
why we do
that
these
sausage meat-
tests.
Yep, that sausage meat definitely needs longer. So,
Which is interesting because the outside looked perfectly cooked. But makes sense, and that's why we do these tests. And we're good.
here we go. So if I lift this,
I see.
we've got that deep frying away. And I did have it originally on a nice big high heat. I've turned it right down so we can get a bit more of that low and slow cooking through to get to that sausage meat.
Okay. Hopefully it's all cooked to perfection like you're hoping for. And Gandalf, while I have you here, you've seen Sonya's finished dish. You've seen the progress that Wayward's been making in the meats and the juice squeeze. Where's your mind at right now? How are you feeling at this point in the competition? You're panicking.
Basically empty.
A little bit, yeah. Because my tester, the meat is severely undercooked. So that doesn't bode well because I put this in longer than I originally thought I would. So
Where's your mind at right now? Were you thinking how much longer of a cook?
hopefully we should be done within 20 minutes at the latest. It should be done at the very latest within 20 minutes.
Oh, no. I mean, hey, listen. You take as long as you need to cook that. That was just me asking where your mindset's at. But how's it? Well,
Oh, and actually, now that I'm tasting this, the dough is slightly underdone too, so it did
Okay.
need longer.
Okay, well,
It
this is
needed
why we
longer.
do these tests.
Alrighty.
What step are we at here, Wayward?
It's time to build. It is time to build.
To build.
Okay, so like I said, if you want to build nachos correctly, you have to treat it like it's a lasagna.
Okay.
Because what I hate more than anything, and I really do hate this, I hate going to a restaurant and you order like nachos as an appetizer and they bring something out and all of the toppings are just on the top and there's no toppings anywhere else. And so you get through the top layer of chips and then there's nothing there,
Sure, yeah.
right? So we start with our cheese sauce on the bottom, just like a lasagna. Because the intent is, and I don't think I've got enough chips, I might have to supplement. The intent is,
And these are the homemade chips, right?
these are the homemade chips, yes.
Okay.
I'm probably going to have to supplement with some bag chips because I don't think I have enough.
Hey, whatever you think you need to do.
So what we do is, we have our little bit of sauce there on the bottom. And then we use the end of the brisket because that's where all the really good, like the really good, really cooked, like super smoke ring. Look at that. That's all smoke ring.
Uh-huh.
That's where all of that is. So, bit of the sauce on top. The intent here is that everything will have a little bit of everything. So we work in layers. And that meat is so freaking wet. Okay. Now the only thing that we're not going to do straight away is put guac on because the
Sure.
guac is a topper. It goes on the very, very top. But we have some of our corn salsa here. Corn salsa is going to go on the meat. And then our fresh pico. Pico goes on that. And then one thing that I almost forgot. Almost, but did not forget. I don't know about you, but I like beans in my nachos.
Yeah.
So we're going with just straight black beans, nothing crazy. And then we do another layer of chips.
The lasagna, like you said.
Exactly. This is how you do it. This way, there will be a little bit of everything at every level.
Sure. A bit more cheese.
Oh, yeah. On the upper layer, we hit it pretty hard. Because, like, on that lower layer, you've got the lower layer of cheese, so you don't really need all of it. On this upper layer, we don't have that. We're going to go in the opposite direction this time.
Okay.
Well, by opposite, I mean that we're going to put our veggies down first. Because the brisket is supposed to kind of be, like, showy. So we put some corn down. We try not to tip it over. I'm running out of counter room. That's okay.
That's all right. That's all right.
We do our pico. Hit it with our beans. The rest of our meat. Now, the guac is one of those things where I don't believe that every bite needs to have it. I think the guac is kind of for presentation.
Sure, yeah.
And I'll keep like some on the side if we want more.
Just a big scoop to dip chips into if you need to.
Exactly. And then
My God.
the barbecue ranch. There we go. Now, ostensibly, this would be done with leftover brisket. But here you are. Family style barbecue nachos.
My God. Just like that. And then the taste test of the perfect bite.
Oh, the perfect bite? Hold on. Nice saucy chip with a little bit of everything. Okay. Oh, yeah. That'll get it done.
I love how the excitement of both Sonya and Wayward of just like tasting their food and being like, holy shit.
Oh.
Amazing.
All right. I'm going to mute for a bit because it's going to get crunchy in here.
Hey, mute. You showed your, you showed your dish. Came out. You happy with how it came out? Seems like you are. Thumbs up.
I'm
Hey,
very happy with this.
amazing.
Hold
Amazing.
on. I'll take a picture of it.
Yeah, take a picture of it, post it in the Discord so we can throw up the pictures again before we do anything. And feel free to mute and get crunchy.
Oh, wait. You know what I should do? Hold on. I forgot.
What are we doing?
We should see what this does. We should see what this does.
Oh, the mac and cheese on top of it?
Yeah, I want to... So we have a bit of guac on one side. So,
Oh, now
I'm
he's
curious.
showing. Oh,
I'm putting the mac and
a
cheese
bit
over
of mac
there.
and cheese on your nacho cheese. I just smoked a bowl, so that just sounds real good, man. Like,
all right. So let's just go ahead and let's just do right there. I think that works. The only thing I'm missing right now is cornbread. If I'd have made a cornbread and put a slice on the top, then we'd be really good to go.
Look at that. Look at that. Take a picture, put it in the Discord.
so
Thank you
here
for
we
covering
go.
Again.
We're trying to make sure that y'all aren't getting nauseous, but here's how it's looking at the moment. Trying to find looking for safe spots to put this back down.
Safety first.
'Cause
That's
it's
what we always
very
say
hot.
here on LGX Cook-Off.
We're going left-handed because of the challenge.
Love challenging yourself out here. This is a finale after all. Here comes the flip.
There we go.
It's looking like it's got a pretty good cook so far.
There we go.
Ooh, golden.
Going for a little bit longer, but it's going.
It's good. It's good. It's good. And
That's
while
a nice
that
little.
is cooking,
That's a cookie jar.
love the cookie jar. While that's cooking, I'm just gonna do a little quick recap again of the food here. We have Sonya's ramen that she made. absolutely great with her fermented eggs. All the wonderful ingredients. And then the Wayward's nachos with a little bit of mac and cheese on top of that. Brisket, beef brisket nachos with guac and mac and cheese on top. Well, and you know, I said this last week. I'll say it again. I'm glad I'm just the host. I'm glad I'm just the host and I don't have to actually, you know, have to put a say in that because my God, those both look delicious. They look absolutely fantastic.
All right. One last flip to rule them all. One last flip to bind them. That did not work. Okay.
Careful.
I believe.
Hang on, part of
If
this
you need
might
to put
be...
down the phone, I'd rather you like flip it and not
Boom.
splash yourself with oil than...
We did it. We did it. We are fine. Look at that. That's a golden boy.
Look at that.
We're going to end up going with a bit of a classic to line our base with. A little bit of Kewpie mayo.
Ooh, best type of mayo there is.
All right. It is out. I'm gonna let this drip. Drip and dry. Salt it. Ooh, if this has come out well, I'll be shook.
Nonsense. It's going to come out perfectly. And if not, this is still a very impressive feat. One that I never would have even thought of to try and attempt.
Man, due to the heat of everything, could put a little tiny egg gloss around the outside.
Okay, okay.
Place our little purple flower here. That's all we've got going.
Okay.
And I don't know if it's gonna have worked.
We're hoping
That's
the
the bit
best.
where
We're
it
hoping
got-
the best.
It looks great.
Cut that egg. Cut that egg.
Right, so there we go, everybody. That's the thing. In fact, let me turn myself off in the corner here. See if we can get a full just. Okay, you know what? This knife. No. Which knife? Oh god. Okay.
The panic. The panic.
What's the sharpest knife I have?
The focus
That
is
knife, that one
matching
over
the
there.
panic of it's like going back and forth to the background of like,
What knife? Here we go.
Ooh.
There we go,
The yolk
everybody.
coming out.
Look at that
And
drip.
the meat, you were worried it wasn't going to
Yeah.
come out good.
Give that a squish. Make it drip. There you go.
Oh my
There
god.
it
That
is.
looks so good.
That looks great. You were so worried it wasn't going to come out well.
I
that one was in the
genuinely
other
was
one.
worried, but I think it worked, man. I think it yucking worked.
Now that we've gotten to this part, you were so worried about how it turned out. How are you feeling? Are you happy with it? Are you happy with how it turned out?
Mindful at myself. I'm not gonna lie.
You did that. You did good.
I've got a big grin on. Didn't think it would work. I'm about to go get my dad to get him to come and take a look at it.
The real taste test.
Yeah, instead of me taste testing it, because my dad's not afraid to, call me out on all of my bullshit. So,
Oh man, this is either going to be really wholesome or really awkward.
hey, Dad, do you want to play the
I'm voting
game of
for
wholesome or
I think it's gonna be
awkward?
wholesome.
We got it all. We got it all here.
I need you to come and try this beef Wellington Scotch egg. He's coming, so is the dog.
Amazing. Both are welcomed.
5 gifted subs for the dog to have a taste.
Uzi.
Hi, Uzi.
Yeah, her name is Uzi, like a pustule, not like the gun.
Oh.
That's good. I didn't think of it as Uzi.
Yeah.
I looked at OOZIE.
Definitely thought of
Uzi,
easy eyes.
So here's Gandad.
Hi,
Hello.
Again, Dad.
There's the Scotch egg beef Wellington.
that looks pretty good. Pretty good. And I'm being mic'd up now, so
Yeah, I'm
that
liking him.
it looks good. It looks tasty. The flowers are a bit over the top, but
Hey, it's for
An
the
honest
internet.
man.
We needed it for
An
the
honest
internet.
man.
Yeah, but fork and knife.
yeah. I mean, it looks tasty. It looks good. And yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
I'll give it a go.
You'll give it a go. Here's a fork. I would say probably one of the sharper knives is better than anything else. You're going to use some matching? Okay. All right.
Where do you want me to? Any of it?
Yeah, anywhere you want.
any of it.
Anywhere you want.
Okay, I've got a little bit of meat, a little bit of what's that, mushroom,
Yeah, the
a
mushroom.
little bit of prosciutto, and a little bit of pastry. Mmm. Tastes good. I'd eat all of that.
Yeah,
All right.
that's good because you're having it for lunch.
We eat all that,
And
and I think
That's
Uzi
Uzi.
agrees as well that it looks good, probably smells good, tastes good.
Yeah, she's looking at all the different other elements now.
And the egg is runny. Delicious.
And the egg is runny. Well, thank you for being taste tester. I'm glad it's good, you know? And Uzi thinks it looks good too.
Yeah, she's having a good sniff.
Oh, I got some of the spinach coming through as well. Just that hint of bitterness from the spinach.
Yeah. Does it help or hinder?
No, it's fine.
Cool.
Cool.
It's fine.
I think if you don't like spinach, you'd probably say, well, it's not. It's only a little bit of an aftertaste of spinach. So even if you don't
Not
like,
too much.
no, if you don't like spinach, this is a way of sneaking it into people who don't like it. Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dad.
Yeah.
There we go.
Thank you for being taste test. Glad it was good. Already grabbing more.
He's going for more, yeah, before he goes out the door. So I'll take that as a good sign.
Eating out the door. Okay. Well, we've come to the end. Right now it's time to vote. We've got Sonya's ramen. We got Wayward's nachos. With a little bit of mac and cheese and guac on it. And then we have Gandalf's Scotch egg beef Wellington. Again, I said this already before. I'm glad that, you know, I am just the host on this show and that I don't have to actually vote. And I just get to, you know, enjoy because, my God, all three of you have made absolutely wonderful meals. Just such great looking meals. All three of you completed each one of these meals and were just like beaming and grinning like ear to ear. Like it makes me happy that one, you guys made these the way you wanted to, but also that like how surprised and proud you all were of yourselves. So like regardless of the results, I hope you all walk away from today with full stomachs and as well as just, you know, pride. And you did that. Look at this. You guys did that. That's amazing. So not to hit you with the cheesy, you're all winners, but You're all winners in my book. One of you is going to be winners in the chat's eye, and we're going to do a little voting link. Again, before we go, all of you guys, amazing, fantastic, delicious foods. This was a finale. I cannot stress that enough. Like, all three of you made amazing meals. No wonder you won your rounds. It was intense. It was entertaining. It was delicious. It was delicious. All of you were very, very close in votes. But, you know, only one of you will come up in chat's opinion on votes. With 22 votes, coming in third place was Wayward with your amazing nachos. And all of your leftover brisket too for chili, and like, oh, you guys are gonna be eating good for a while, my man.
Yeah. No matter what, I won. I've got brisket.
You've got brisket.
That's so true.
And you taught us the
fair.
you taught us the importance of layering nachos the correct way, the right way. You educated hundreds of people that making nachos is like making a lasagna. So thank you for that.
That is correct. Layer your nachos. Don't just put it all on top. You're going to have dry chips. Nobody wants dry chips.
True. It's true. It's true. And cheap buttermilk too. That's right. That's right. We learned a lot. We learned a lot throughout the way. And Wayward, thank you for being a part of this. And amazing. Amazing as always.
Thank you for having me.
Second and first were decided by 4 points. 4 points. One had 34 points. The other one had 30 points or votes. Insane. Insane again. Both Sanya, both you and Gandalf, you did really well. You made stuff outside of your comfort zone and tried something new. So did you, Wayward. Now Sanya's stuck making ramen for for the rest of her life.
I am.
Because she perfected the Korean ramen that her and her husband love so much. The man went through what, 4 bowls in like 3 minutes?
Yeah.
My God.
Yep.
My God. Restaurant quality. Restaurant quality. And then Gandalf, you know, you were really worried and wondering if you were going to be able to pull it off. That first one you made came out a little undercooked. A lot of undercooked. But you came back with the backup one and you nailed it, and it came out great. And honestly, that determination and not giving up is probably what put you in first place. And as the finale of the LGX cook-off winner, MadameGandalf with the Scotch egg beef Wellington coming out here on top. Very close. Very close. 4 points. Sanya, you should be incredibly proud of yourself because what a phenomenal dish you made. And you had s'mores. And you had friendship bracelets. And then,
I'm just glad that we all got to have good food tonight, and none of it was raw.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It was great. Gandalf, you went from this was a stressful time for you, was it not?
In the end, yeah, I genuinely, after that like test cook, I'm still looking at it on the side here and seeing just all the flaws, and then comparing it to like what we actually managed to serve in the end. You're just like, okay, I've never done a test cook before, but I've been watching MasterChef a lot lately, and I got into that mindset of like, okay, this is a competition cook. We got to do our test one. Is this tasting good? Taste, taste, taste.
Yeah.
And I think it's purely because of reality TV that I did as well that I did today. So thank you, reality television, for, I guess, causing the right kind of brain rot in this one scenario.
Right kind of brain rot. That's amazing. Well, congratulations. You should all be very proud of yourselves. Thank you for participating in, my little cook-off show. And you guys all went around already. You guys made it here. And someone just said this in chat. that this really was like a cooking show. And I genuinely have to agree because all three of you were phenomenal cooks and it was like edge of my seat who's going to win the entire time. So congratulations. Thank you for being a part of it. And again, I just hope you're all proud of yourself. So before we go, I'm going to focus on you guys one more time, give you guys a chance to, you know, shout out anything you're doing, anything you want to pay attention to. You can shout out other people if you want. It doesn't matter. But Wayward, we'll start off with you.
Oh my goodness. I don't really have much to talk about. Let me think here. What am I doing? Well, there is still the D&D. That's Tuesdays, depending on if one of the group actually streams it. We haven't been. But yeah, if you want to see more of me cooking, then Sundays in the evening, EST. That's about the only time I do my stuff anymore. But I was happy to be here. So chat, make sure that you show a bunch of love to LGX. I mean, he puts a lot of effort into making all of this happen and getting all these folks together, doing all the coordination, setting up the challenges. So none of this happens without him. So make sure you show him some love. And that's all I got.
Thank you. Sanya, going over to you. When you're not making friendship bracelets in your spare time, what you got going on?
So I'll give a little TLDR of what happened and who I am, because I don't stream. So I play Sanya on NoPixel, and on Onyx I play my new cop Rue Silverthorn, who is the complete opposite of me, which is very fun. I laugh so much and I've really been enjoying it. And I have something that we've been cooking up that actually is starting tomorrow. I don't know if you guys noticed that Bam Bam RP in the chat has been there. He is going to be a new DM for a campaign that we're starting tomorrow called Journey into Darkness, I believe. Yes, Journey into Darkness. It's the first D&D campaign I've ever done. He's our DM. He's super awesome. We've got custom music ready. We've got custom intros and like break music and ending. We're super excited, and that starts tomorrow at 10 Eastern. So if you want to see it, I actually am going to be streaming it for the first time in years. So
that's how you
feel
know
free to
it's
drop
good.
by.
Amazing. That's exciting. And thank you for being here. And Gandalf, our season 2 finale winner. What do you got going on?
Hey.
What do you want to shout out?
Well, hell, I guess, hi, I'm MadameGandalf. I play Sooty or Boom Boom Clown on NoPixel, or also a bit of purple nowadays, too. And you can find me doing regular cooking shows. I'm in the middle of a subathon. This Friday, I'm actually doing a 24-hour Sims 4 stream where we're leaving a bunch of clowns in the Sims 4 to run automatically and see what happens for 24 hours. So that's going to be a lot of fun this Friday to see who is the last surviving clown in the funhouse in there. So I'm looking forward to that. It should be a lot of fun. And just, yeah, I do cooking, I do singing, and I do role play. So thank you so much for joining us today. Yeah.
Amazing. Well, I hope you guys all have a wonderful rest of your day and your week. Again, I know I sound like a broken record, but thank you again for being here, participating, making it fun, making it competitive. And yeah, congratulations. Congratulations to each and every single one of you. I will see you guys later. And have a great rest of your day.
Bye.
See ya.
Wow. Wow. That was a good episode. That was a great episode. That was a finale. That was a season finale. I do mean it. I do mean every word I said, that it was all just amazing from start to finish. And they're all winners. As cheesy as that saying is. Fuck, I'm hungry.